Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Husna Mehdi Tarmizi. My metric number A19A0578. Today I want to present about the introduction of the effect of pandemic COVID-19 in Indonesia. The COVID-19 pandemic, also known as the coronavirus pandemic, is the 2019 global coronavirus disease, a pandemic caused by a coronavirus. The virus is mostly transmitted between people in a manner similar to influenza through a respiratory droplet from coughing or sneezing. According to Indonesian President Joko Widodo, the coronavirus pandemic that hit Indonesia was worse than the Asian economy, because the pandemic not only affect the economic sector but also claimed the lives of 10,000 of victims. The COVID-19 pandemic is also affect the daily income group such as food merchants, nearly 2 million e-hailing service driver, and also subordinate workers who are now struggling to find income. Some cities in Indonesia are now filled with mega protests that have taken place over the past few months in 2020. The protests have become violent as they involve thousands of participants from various groups, especially university student groups and also workers. The cause of their anger is due to the protest against the Indonesian Copyright Act, its omnibus law, which was proposed by the Indonesian government in the House of Representatives in early 2020 and was passed. Lastly, apart from that, this report also contains some suggestions that have been collected to overcome this problem, which is protest among employees and also students. Thank you. That's all from me.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Atika binti Susuana and my metric number is A19A0535. I will continue the presentation with analysis issue for the effect of pandemic COVID-19 on economic situation or condition to Indonesia. First is about negative impact to small and large business sector. This pandemic give impact to economic sector to Indonesia. Indonesia get the issue when the rupiah value suddenly decrease, so compared to economic crisis that encouraged in 1998. The value is 60,915 to 17,500 rupiah per dollar. Second is about negative economic growth in the second quarter. The economic sector start the first died of COVID-19 patient in 11 March 2020. So start there, the economy is decreased in Indonesia. Last is about limited the daily income of pupil. Why? Because so many places is closing and the business is closed. So many business is closed, especially the tender and service driver or e-hailing. And 1.2 million workers have lost their job or their income. Another thing is 39,377 companies have to let off or give unpaid leave to their employers. So this is a so negative impact to Indonesia or economic sector at Indonesia. Another thing is Indonesia have who migrant above to find the work, and now they are returned to Indonesia because they are lost the job in the another country. For example, so many the Indonesia people go to Malaysia to get work, but they have to go back to Indonesia because they lost their job in Malaysia. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Aziz Zainal. My matric number A19803336. Today I want to talk about create a new law. Due to the decline in Indonesian economic sector, the Indonesian government want to create a new law but is upset by Indonesian. The resistance has sparked riot in the city of Jakarta due to the people anger over Indonesia copyright law and omnibus law. The bill aims to attract outside investors by reducing some rules that can complicate the operation of business organizations but harms employees. For example, this law would eliminate the minimum wage and regulation that protect employees from being fired by their employer. This was done due to pressure from the industry and investment who are facing an increasingly challenging business environment. Increasingly faces compensation force organizations to increase their productivity and competitiveness. This cause operation to be reduced, especially the cost, salary and wage of workers. This situation makes students and employers angry because they care more about corporate body than ordinary workers. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Farzana binti Rasulullah and my matric number is A19A0553. I will present the graph analysis of Indonesia GDP growth. The COVID-19 pandemic has a significant impact on the world economy and Indonesia in particular. There have been a very significant decline in the growth in the last few quarters starting in early 2020. Based on the statistic Indonesia 2020, Indonesia economic growth has declined to 2.97%. It deteriorated in line with the COVID-19 pandemic, which hampered all economic activities in Indonesia and the world. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, all predictions for the growth of the industrial sector have reversed. Not only the economic sector, but the health and mortality rate are also deteriorating. In March 2020, Indonesia has affirmed the primary COVID-19 case, and in April 2020, the PSBB, the large-case social description, was presented in Indonesia. With the guideline, practically all military exercise had quit, bringing about the radical decrease of negative 5.32% in Q2 2020. The growth of sector industry in Indonesia during the COVID-19 pandemic, several companies experienced negative growth when entering Q3 2020. But not all sectors experienced negative growth. Several sectors experienced positive growth too. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Fatiha binti Muhammad Fitri. My matric number is A19A0557. Today I would like to present about a recommendation that Indonesian government due to the issue about employment during this COVID-19 pandemic. First, stimulating the economy and employment. The first point is social protection. This program provide a budget for the pre-employment card program. The budget will be raised to 20 trillion rupiah from the initial, which is 10 trillion rupiah, which is will be sufficient to cover 5.6 million informal workers, laid-off workers, and micro and small business owners. The budget allocation for the employment card, which is card kartu pekerja, is double to 20 trillion. Those who receive the card holder are entitled to receive training and allowance. Second point is tax measure, which has two tax. The first one is Article 21 Employee Income Tax. Indonesian government come up with the cost of Article 21 Employee Income Tax for certain employee who qualify for this incentive. They will receive income from a qualified employer such as an employer whose business classification code in Indonesian Code Klasifikasi Lapangan Usaha or KLU. The employer give the Article 21 income tax as an additional payment to the employee. The second tax incentive and credit for business is worker in the manufacturing sector with income below 200 million rupiah per year will be excluded from income tax for 6 months. The second recommendation by Indonesian government is by supporting enterprise, job and income. Indonesian government come up with social assistance program. Social assistance program will be provided to those who are laid off due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Ministry of Manpower, MOM, also recommend the remission of employment BPJS fee contribution to companies affected by COVID-19 for up to 6 months. This program will help the employee to survive their life in 3 months while searching for a new job. The second point is the expansion of cash workforce scams. The government, through the Ministry of Village Development of the Advantage Region and Transmigration, issues a circular to reallocate the village fund to respond to the pandemic. It requests all village authorities to revise their village budget to prioritize village based on employment intensive cash for work scam (PTKD). This program target marginalized group in the village such as the labourer, the unemployed and deprived family. Third point is skill training program. The government optimized the implementation pre-employment program, especially for laid-off workers. The program will through the provision of training and financial support along with the project management office (PMO) and coordinating Ministry of Economic Affairs. MOM will provide competence and productivity based on training incentive. It can optimize the role of employment training body BLK to decrease the impact of COVID-19 through BLK responses COVID-19 program. Lastly, entrepreneurship and self-employment program by the Indonesian government. MOM can provide training that will assist with business facilities and engaging local sector, create entrepreneurship group for laid-off employees and the unemployed. It assist business by providing equipment and material for group or communities in the COVID-19 affected areas. This program can help people who laid off and employed to gain more money or profit to support their daily.
Assalamualaikum and hello to everyone. My name is Muhammad Khairul Anwar bin Ishaq. My metric number A19A0354. Today I want to explain about conclusions for our assignment. Okay, from the assignment, we get the COVID-19 give a lot of impact on the country of Indonesia, where COVID-19 disrupt the Indonesia economies. To Jokowi Widodo, President of Indonesia, tell the coronavirus pandemic that Indonesia is worse than the ASEAN economic crisis from 2 decades ago, because the epidemic not only affect the economy sector but also claim the life of tens of thousands of victims. This we can prove from our analysis, where this COVID-19 has effect to the small and large business sector. And then President Indonesia say his country will record negative economic growth in the second quarters of 3% to 3.8%. From the analysis, we get many evidence COVID-19 give impact to Indonesia. Okay, from the graph analysis of Indonesia GDP growth, we can see the graph show the decrease. Okay, COVID-19 is not only affect the economy, of Indonesia but also all countries. So we need to find the solution for this problem. Among the way the that the government can do improve the economy in the pandemic is stimulating the economy and employment and by supporting enterprise and income. Lastly, we hope that this pandemic will disappear, so the world will return to normal. Thanks to everyone.